Namaskarams to all the viewers of Music Namaste channel. I am Vatsalya Tulasidaran, disciple of Bhagavata Pravachan Ratna, Shri Anand Dayanidhi. I have been learning Harikatha for the past 10 years from him. I am also a student of Kalaimamani Shrimati Girija Ramaswamy. Today, I have been blessed with this opportunity to offer Tyagaraja Charitram on this auspicious occasion of Ramanavami. I am ably accompanied by Shri Ram Srinivasan Anandridangam, who is the disciple of Shri S.J. Arjun Ganesh. Rama 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 Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Gopika Jeevana Smaranam Govinda Govinda Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai Veera Dheera Shura Parakrama Anjaneya Swami Ki Jai Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam Anjananandanam Veeram Janaki Shokanashanam Kalpesham Akshantaram Vande Lanka Bhayankaram Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Shri Ramachandra Prabhu has blessed us all immensely today. He has given us this wonderful opportunity to experience and enjoy the essence and greatness of his Nama and to enjoy a few incidents from the life of Saint Tyagaraja, who was a great Bhakta of Lord Sri Rama. Ramanavami marks the birth anniversary of Lord Sri Rama. It is celebrated on the 9th day of Vasanta Navaratri or Chaitra Navaratri in the Shukla Paksha. It marks the birth anniversary of the beloved son of King Dasharatha and Queen Kausalya, the dear elder brother of Bharata, Lakshmana and Shatrughna, and later the king of Ayodhya, beloved husband of Sita Mata, friend of Sugriva, Vibhishana and Guha, slayer of mighty demon like Ravana, Kumbhakarna and Vali, and the master of the greatest bhakta of all time, Shri Hanuman. Lord Shri Rama was none other than Lord Sriman Narayana himself. Shri Rama Avataram is the seventh Avataram, seventh incarnation of Lord Sriman Narayana. It is always said that the Nami can be attained through Nama. Here, Nami is Lord Shri Rama himself, and he can be attained through Rama Nama. What is the essence of Bhagavan Nama? And what is that thing that we get by chanting Bhagavan Nama? Kulashekara Alvar sings in his Mukundamala, Tattvam Bruvanani Paramparasmat Madhuksharantiva Satam Phalani Pravartaya Pranjali Rasmi Jihve Namani Narayana Gochara. He says, Madhuksharantiva Satam Phalani. The Nama of Bhagavan is like nectar. It is the eternal nectar, Amritam, that we all have to take every time. It is so sweet that once we taste it, we can never leave it. That is the greatness of Bhagavan Nama. It can never leave us, and we can never leave that Nama. It is so tasty that we would not want to eat anything else. Madhuksharantiva Satam Phalani. So, Kulashekara Alvar prays, O tongue, please catch this Nama and don't let it go. Please have it in your mouth always. Please have it with you always. Don't let it go, because it is so sweet. It is the best, and nothing else can match the sweetness which Rama Nama or Bhagavan Nama can give us. So this is one thing that we get from Bhagavan Nama. If we taste it, it will never leave us, and it is the sweetest in this entire world. It is equivalent to Amrita, eternal nectar. This is one thing. Second thing, Shriman Nama Prochya Narayanakyam Kena Prapur Vanchitam Papinopi Hana Purvam Vak Pravritta Natasmin Tena Praptum Garbhavasadi Dukkham. He says, Shriman Nama Prochya Narayanakyam. If we say Narayana, Govinda, Mukunda, Murari, Krishna, Rama, then Kena Prapur Vanchitam Papinopi. Even if we have committed n number of sins, this Nama will give us all that we ask for. It can be fame, it can be money, it can be bungalow, it can be cars, bikes, it can be jewels, it can be clothes, it can be education, it can be money, it can be anything. Or if you want peace, if you want happiness, everything can be given to you. Even if you have committed a lot of sin, Bhagavan will not see your sin. He will not see what papam you have done, what and all sins you have committed. The minute you call out His name, the minute you say Rama, Krishna, Govinda, He will come searching for you. This is the same with Ajamila also. Ajamila had committed so many sins that Yamaduta had come to take his life. But he called Narayana, thinking that he is calling his son. But when his life was about to leave him, he called Narayana. So Vishnu Pashpatas, that is Dutas of Vishnu, came down to take his soul. That is the greatness of Bhagavan Nama. Purandaradasa sings in his song, Niyapo Nilna Hangyapo Ranga Ninna Namadavana Pulpitaye Sabo Niyapo Ninna Hangyapo Ranga Ninna Namadavana Pulpitaye Sabo I don't need your help. I don't need your help in anything. I don't need you to act as a guide for me anywhere, because your Nama is there. Your Nama will protect me. Like how it saved Gajendra, Ajamila, Draupadi, Kuchela, Dhruva, Prahlada. In the same way, your Nama will save me, will protect me. So, please give me the opportunity to keep chanting your name always, so that I get everything in this world. So this is one more thing that we can get by chanting Bhagavan Nama. But there is one more thing also. It is very sweet. We get all materialistic pleasures. But is that all? By getting all these things, do we get satisfied? What is the ultimate goal? Our ultimate goal is to reach Bhagavan himself. We must reach Vaikuntham. We must reach Lord Sri Rama's lotus feet. That should be our aim. And how do we get that? Saint Tyagaraja sings, Ramanamamu Janma Rakshaka Mantram, 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 Tavasamu Seyada mantra. It is that medicine. It is that powerful wand. It is that magic that can free us from all our bondages. We are all attached to too many things in this materialistic world. This mantra, this magic, this rasam can give us salvation and can free us from all the attachments that we are attached to and from all sufferings that we are undergoing. What else is required? If Bhagavan Nama can be so sweet and can give us everything that we ask for in this life and can also give us mukti, then what else is required? Then how compassionate Bhagavan must be. He is the Karuna Sagar. He is the ocean of compassion and Karuna. Who can match the compassion of Lord Rama? Who can match the compassion of Lord Sriman Narayana? That is why Saint Tyagaraja says, Ramachandruni ki sariyavaruda, Ramachandruni ki sariyavaruda, Shri Ramachandruni ki sariyavaruda. He says, who can match Shri Ramachandra Prabhu? He is the ocean, an embodiment of compassion. So his Namam alone can save us all. His Namam alone can act as the bridge between this world and heaven. His Nama alone can act as a boat to cross this samsara sagara, this ocean of samsara. Such is the greatness of Rama Nama. How do we believe this? How can we be so sure that Rama Nama can give us everything that we want? We can come to a conclusion that Rama Nama can give us everything that we want only by looking at the life story of Bhaktas. Bhagavan Sriman Narayana ensures that he always protects and guides his bhaktas. He says, Naham vasami vaikunthe na yogi hridaye ravau madbhaktaha yatra gayanti tatra tisthami narada. He says, Oh Narada, I don't stay in Vaikuntham. If you have to search for me, don't come to Vaikuntham. Na yogi hridaye ravav. Don't go to all the yogis and see if I am there. Where can you find me? Man bhaktaha yatra gayanti tatra tisthami narada. Oh Narada, I stand in that place where my bhaktas constantly recite my name, constantly sing about me, constantly sing the glories and the leelas which I have performed. So, you can find me for sure in all those places, says Sriman Narayana. So from this, we all come to know that Bhagavan Nama attracts Lord Sriman Narayana. Rama Nama attracts Rama. And Ramachandruniki Sari Yavarura asks Tyagaraja Swami, because Rama Nama is the essence of Vaishnavism and Shaivism. In Vaishnavism, we say Ashta Aksharam, and in Shaivism, we have Pancha Aksharam. Tyagaraja Swami says, Shiva Pantra Mono Nako Ma Jivanamo Ma Ma Jivam. For Pancha Aksharam, Shiva Mantra, Namah-Shivaya. The Moola Mantram, the Moola Aksharam is Ma. If Ma is taken out of Namah Shivaya, then it becomes meaningless and it gives us the opposite meaning. Namah Shivaya means I worship Shiva, who is the giver of auspiciousness. But if Ma is taken out, then it becomes Na Shivaya, meaning one who has lost all auspiciousness and good fortune from one's life. So Ma is the main aksharam in Panchaksharam. Madhava mantra muna Ra Jivamu. In Madhava mantra, that is Ashta Aksharam, Namo Narayanaya, meaning I bow down and I pray to Lord Sriman Narayana. In this Ashta Aksharam, the main Aksharam or the Jiva Aksharam is Ra. If Ra is taken out, then it becomes Namo Nayanaya, which means one who has lost his path, one who does not have any destination, one who doesn't know how to live, one who doesn't have any path, one who doesn't have any goal or objective. So it gives us the opposite meaning. It gives us a totally different negative meaning. So Ra is the Jiva Aksharam in Namo Narayanaya and Ma is the Jiva Aksharam in Namah Shivaya. Put together, this gives us Rama. So this Rama Namam is one step ahead of all the Namas because Rama Namam is the essence of Vedas, Upanishads, Ashtaksharam and Panchaksharam. So, chanting Rama Nama will give us everything that we ask for, and by chanting Rama Nama, Saint Tyagaraja had proven that Rama Nama alone can help everyone out. It can be materialistic pleasures or mukti itself. Everything will be given to us by chanting Rama Nama. Saint Tyagaraja was one of the greatest devotees of Lord Sri Rama. He was born in the 18th century. In the 16th century, Vijayanagara Samrajya was being established. So, many families had to move from Andhra Pradesh to Tamil Nadu. One such Andhra Smartha Brahmana Dampati was Rama Brahmam and Shanta. Rama Brahmam had got the Nama Diksha, Rama Nama Diksha from Pacha Kodanda Ramaswamy, who was in the lineage of Marudanallur Sadguru Swami. So from then on, for Rama Brahmam, Rama Nama was everything. His life was Rama Nama. He used to reverently do puja for the Rama Vigraham in his house. He was always engrossed in Rama Nama and he used to live by taking bhiksha, alms, by living a Unchavritti Brahmana life. He had 3 sons. The first son was Japyesha, who was into mantram, tantram and yantram. He used to perform magic to cure everyone's diseases. The second son was Sundaresha. He had left his house at a very early age, so we do not get to know about him that much as we get to know about Japyesha and Tyagaraja. And the third son was Tyagaraja. Before Tyagaraja was born, was worried. He used to chant Ramanama always, and when he wanted Japyesha to do the same, he said that he was not interested in all these. Ramabrahma didn't know what to do. He was very worried that the Rama Vigraham in his house will not receive puja and offerings after him. So he wanted a child only for the purpose of doing Rama Kainkaryam and to perform Rama Bhakti. Such was the devotion of Rama Brahma. Since he kept chanting Rama Nama always, he had the abundant grace of Lord Sri Rama and Lord Shiva. He stayed in Tiruvaru, and in that kshetram, Tyagaraja Swami is presiding. So Tyagaraja Swami, Tyagasan, came in the dream of Rama Brahman and said, "O Rama Brahman, don't worry. Your worries will be wiped away as you will be blessed with a child who would chant Rama Namam every minute and every second of his life. And he will be my Amsham. He will be like me," said Tyagaraja Swami, and blessed Rama Brahman. Very soon, a male child was born to Rama Brahman and Shanta, who was a divine child. And the Dampatis decided that this child should be named Tyagaraja after the Tyagaraja of Tiruvaru. And that is how Tyagaraja Swami, Tyaga Brahman, had got the name Tyagaraja. He was born in the Kakarla Vamsham, Sarvajit Varsha, Chitra Masam, Chaitra month, 27th Soma Shukla Saptami, in the Pushya Nakshatram star, and to be much more precise, he was born on 4th May 1767. He used to chant Ramanama always, like how his father used to chant. He was also attracted towards classical music, towards Carnatic music. In his village, there was a great Vidwan called Sonti Venkatramanaya who used to teach children Carnatic music. Tyaga Brahman used to listen to it and was greatly attracted by it. He also wanted to learn this art. One day, when the Shishyas or the pupils of Sonti Venkatramanaya couldn't sing a song properly, Tyaga Brahman sang that song by just listening to that song. He was outside, he was not inducted into the class then, but he sang the song perfectly, which the disciples of Sonti Venkatramanaya couldn't do. So Sonti Venkatramanaya decided that Tyaga Brahman, Tyagaraja, should be inducted into the class, and he decided that he will teach Tyagaraja everything. Rama Brahman was very happy because he wanted his son to chant Ramanamam always, and through classical music, through Carnatic music, he can do it much more better. So Rama Brahma was very happy. One fine day, Rama Brahma found that Tyaga Brahma had written something on the wall of his house. Rama Brahma didn't understand what it was. This was all when Tyagaraja was just 13 years old. He wrote it down and he went to Sonti Venkatramanaya and he said, "O Vidwan, O Gurunatha, Tyagaraja had written this on the wall of our house. Please see to this." Sonti Venkatramanaya saw this and he got astonished. He asked Tyaga Brahma what this is. Tyagabrahmam started singing, Namo Namo Raghavaya, Namo Namo Anisham, 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 Namo Namo Raghavaya. Shukanutaya Deenabandhave, Sakalaloka Dayasindhave. Shukanutaya Deenabandhave, Sakalaloka At the age of 13, Tyagaraja Swami had composed his first song, and that too with meaning which not an ordinary person could compose. This song says, Namo Namo Raghavaya, Namo Namo Anisha. It says, I bow down, I offer my obeisance to Lord Sri Rama. What are his qualities? What has he done? Shukanutaya Deena Bandhavi. Shukanutaya, he says, Lord Sri Rama was praised by Shuka Brahman. We all know that Shuka Brahman had said Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaja. So that is the story of Lord Shri Krishna. How can Shukanutaya come here? Here, Tyagaraja Swami exhibits his knowledge. He says, Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Narayana, everyone is that Parabrahman. Everyone is that Paramatma Swarupam. And that Paramatma Swarupam is none other than Lord Sri Rama for me. So, Shuka Brahman had sung about my Rama, Shukanutaya. Deena Bandhavi. He is the friend and relation of all those who do not have any other refuge. Sakala Loka Daya Sindhave. He is the protector of this entire world, and he saves all those who do not have anyone else to protect them. So, Daya Sindhave. He is the ocean of mercy and compassion. Nija Sevaka Kalpaka Taruve. For those who pray Lord Sri Rama with utmost devotion, he acts as the Kalpaka Vriksham. the wish-yielding tree. Aja Rudradi Amara Sugurave. He is the Guru for Brahma, Rudra and other Devas. Deena Manava Gana Pataye. He is the master of this entire world. Danavantakaya Sumatave. He is the slayer and destroyer of all demons. Vara Gaja Kara Dulita Bahave Sharajita Danava Subahave. He has got the strength of a mighty elephant because by one bana, by just one arrow, he was able to kill Subahu and throw Maricha away. So that is the strength which Lord Sri Rama has. Ayur Arogya Dayini. Ayuhu, longevity, Arogya, health. So Lord Sri Rama gives us longevity and good health. Vayu Bhogi Bhoga Shalini. He sleeps on Adishesha. Nutana Navanita Bhakshine. Bhutaladi Sarva Sakshine. Tyagaraja Swami says, Nutana Navanita Bhakshine. Shri Ramachandra Prabhu takes fresh butter. How is this possible? Fresh butter is the heart of a pure devotee. So if a devotee is able to exhibit pure devotion, then his heart becomes so pure like the fresh butter, and Rama comes to steal it from us. Nutana Navanita Bhakshine Bhutaladi Sarva Sakshine. He is the Sakshi Bhuta. He is omnipresent and omniscient, and he constantly keeps watching every one of us in this world. Nagaraja Palitaya Tyagaraja Sevitaya. In every song of Sri Tyagaraja, the mudra Tyagaraja would be present. So in this song, he says, Nagaraja Palitaya, the one who protects Adishesha, and the one who is being worshipped by Tyagaraja. After listening to this song and after reading this composition and after understanding the depth of knowledge which Tyagaraja Swami possessed, Sonti Venkatramanaya got astonished. He was in fact extremely happy. His joy knew no bounds. From then on, he started giving extra attention and care to Saint Tyagaraja, and Tyagaraja Swami reached that point where he learnt everything, all nuances in Karnataka Sangeetam, Carnatic music. His knowledge in music didn't stop there. He got the Rama Nama Diksha, Narada Mantropadesham from Ramakrishnananda. Ramakrishnananda gave him Narada Mantropadesham, reciting which he also got the divine darshanam of sage Narada. Narada had given Swararnavam, a book of celestial music, to Tyagaraja Swami, reading which Tyagaraja Swami acquired the knowledge of Sangeeta Marmam, the nuances and intricacies of music. Veda Vedanta Rahasyam, the secret behind Vedas and Vedantas. The Tattvam, the knowledge of 33 Devas. He got to know about Gamakas and Melakarta Ragas, and he also got to know about Bharatanatyam Shastra. Since he had the extensive knowledge of Laukika Carnatic music and the Deivika music, Deivika knowledge, he was able to create many ragas. Some of these include Kolahalam, Supradeepam, Dhaka, Bindumalini, మాలవి, సింహవాహిని, జయంతశ్రీ, కేసరి, వీరవసంతం, కళ్యాణ వసంతం, బంగళ, జింగళ, అమృతవాహిని, ఆందోళిక, బహుదాని, చంద్రజ్యోతి, చంచు కాంబోజి and Chittaranjini, to name a few. He also had a vast knowledge and a deep knowledge in Melakatta ragas like Dhenuka, Chakravakam, Suryakantam, Keeravani, Karaharapriya, Harikamboji, Gauri Manohari, Maravanchi, Charukesi, Vagadhishwari, Bhavapriya and Ramapriya, to name a few. With this, he started singing Ramanama with this musical knowledge. He started composing music, songs in praise of Lord Sri Rama. Tyaga Brahman was always close to his father Rama Brahman. Rama Brahman used to go out for Unchavritti. Unchavritti is that paddhati where the Brahmana goes out in the street singing Harinamam, Ramanamam and Krishnanamam, and all those who are willing to offer some price would give it to that Bhagavata, to that Brahmana in his Akshaya Patra. The Brahmanas, the Unchaviti Brahmanas would sing Harinarayana, Harinarayana, Harinarayana. Harinamam and Narayanamam constantly, and they would make others also to chant this Nama. One fine day, after coming home from Unchavritti, Rama Brahman realized that he would not stay long, that his soul would depart this mortal body very soon. So he called Tyaga Brahman and said, "O Tyagaraja, please don't leave this paddhati. Please don't leave this puja upacharam that we have been doing to our Rama for such a long time. Please keep chanting his name as always." Tyagaraja says, "Definitely I'll do it, O Father. But I have a thirst in me. I have to see Lord Rama. How can I see Lord Rama? Please show me the path. Please guide me. Please help me, O Father," says Tyaga Brahman. Rama Brahman becomes very happy and he says, "I know only one path. I will give you the Rama Mantra Upadesha. Keep chanting it always, and when you chant 100 crore Rama Namam, when you chant it for 100 crore times, he will definitely come in front of you." And Rama Brahman starts singing, Rama 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 Ramachandra Prabhu will come in front of you. Tyagaraja Swami becomes very happy because he got a path, he got a way to see Lord Rama. But his happiness couldn't last long because Rama Brahma had to depart from this mortal body. He weeps, he sobs, he cries and says, "Oh Father, you had just now shown me the path, but you have not guided me. You have only given the starting point. How will I know the end point? How will I know the path? How will I know how to manage the obstacles which come in between? Oh Father, I thought you would guide me at every stage. I thought you would be there to support me at every stage. But you have gone. You have attained the lotus feet of Lord Sri Rama. What would I do? Who will guide me? Who is there to protect me?" He cries and sobs. And from then on, his bhakti towards Rama increases multifold because now Sri Ramachandra Prabhu in their house becomes his sole property. He is the only one who would perform daily rituals and pujas to Lord Sri Rama. So he keeps chanting Rama Nama always. If he sits, he says Rama Nama. If he stands, he says Rama Nama. If he eats, he says Rama Nama. If he sleeps, he says Rama Nama. If he drinks, he says Rama Nama. If he takes bath, he says Rama Nama. If he talks, he always chants Rama Nama. If he sleeps and in the dream also, he chants Rama Nama always. That is the bhakti and that is the affinity that he had towards Rama Nama. Once we get close to Rama Namam or once we get close to Rama Bhakti, we will have to face many problems. That is there in every bhakta's life. It is inevitable fact that the bhaktas will have to undergo a lot of tests to prove that Bhagavan Nama is the best and to prove that Bhagavan Nama will come and protect them at any cost. So one such test was when Japyesha approached Tyagaraja and asked him to teach Carnatic music to everyone and to sing in front of Rajas. He kept telling this idea, this proposal to Tyagaraja. Tyagaraja didn't like it. He always wanted to chant Rama Nama and he always wanted to offer it to Rama. He didn't want to make use of the Laukika Carnatic music or the Daivika Carnatic music which he has got to praise some mortal human being who is also one of the creations of that Paramatma. He didn't want to exploit this knowledge that he has got to teach others how to sing instead of imbibing bhakti in them. That is the reason why his mind didn't go towards all these things. They were in shortage of money. They were in shortage of food. The entire family was running from what Japyesha was earning through his magical powers or the magic that he used, through the mantra that he used. Even if Tyaga Brahman had to go out for Unchavriti, he would take a small container and he would sing Rama Nama and walk in the streets. Once that container gets filled, he would come back home. He would not go any further. Others would try to fill this rice in some other container and would like to go ahead, but he didn't do it that way. And others would like to have a bigger container, but he was content and satisfied with a smaller container. Santushtaha, he was always happy and he was always contented. And with the rice, the bhiksha, the alms that he used to get, it was not just Tyagaraja or his wife Kamala who used to have food, but this rice, this bhiksha was used for a bigger family, a family of 5, which included Japyesha, Japyesha's wife, Tyagaraja, Tyagaraja's wife Kamala, and Tyagaraja's daughter Sita. Not only that, they also used to feed all the bhaktas and shishyas of Tyagaraja Swami who would accompany Tyagaraja Swami in this Unchavriti process. So there was a constraint, minimum resources but too many users. So Japyesha couldn't tolerate it. He couldn't resist it. He went to Tyagaraja and said, "Oh Tyagaraja, you will understand the meaning of life. You will understand the sufferings which a common man faces only if you go out. So please get out of this house. From now on, I will not be able to protect you and your family. With whatever I earn, I will be able to satisfy my hunger and my wife's hunger. I am not running a matham here. I am not running a charitable organization here. So I will not encourage all these things. You will understand the meaning of life only if you go out. So please get out of this house," says Japyesha. Tyagaraja didn't know what to do. He said, "Oh brother, I respect your sentiments. I respect your feelings. I don't want any wealth which our father had left behind. I just want only one thing. I cannot be separated from Lord Sri Rama. So give me the Rama Vigraham. I will take him away with me." He didn't take a single penny from Japyesha. He left out with Kamala, his daughter Sita, and Ramachandra Prabhu's Vigraham. What else could it be other than Anugraham of Lord Sri Rama? Everyone around him said it is because of Graha. It is because the planets are not placed in proper position that Tyagaraja had to suffer all this. But Tyagaraja says it is not because of Graha, it is because of Anugraha, the blessings of Lord Sri Rama, that we have got such a great life. Kulashekar Alvar also says, "If Vayyam Tannodu Kuduvadillayam." People who always think about materialistic pleasures cannot support us in any way, cannot help us in any way. Their mindset would be different and the bhakta's mindset would be totally different. So, the bhaktas pray for one thing. Constantly, they must be indulged in bhakti and they would want to stay away from this world. They will want to detach themselves from all those who think that only money or materialistic pleasures are important in this world. So he considered it to be a great fortune to come out of this house, and he came to a separate house, and his Unchavriti and Nama Sankirtanam increased multifold. He kept chanting Ramanama, and he always believed that Ramachandra Prabhu will always protect him and save him. This is the same thought which was given by Adi Shankara Bhagavad-pada in his Bhaja Govinda. Arthamanatham bhavayani nityam nasti tatra sukhalesha satyam. Arthamanatham bhavayani nityam nasti tatra sukhalesha satyam. Putrada vidhana bhajavi bhavaya nityam. All these materialistic pleasures are of no use. It will not give us not even an atom of happiness. It cannot give us a speck of happiness. We will only try increasing our tension and stress by protecting it. But ultimately, this is something which is perishable. This is something which is not constant. So what is the use in having this? Have that wealth which is constant, which is permanent, and that wealth is Rama Nama. That wealth is Rama himself. So Tyagaraja Swami says, Nivera Kuladhanamu, Nivera Jivanamu. You are my Kuladhanam. You are the wealth that is being passed on in my family. My Kuladhanam. You are my life. So, oh Rama, I do not want anything apart from you. And he starts living a happy life. He faces many obstacles in his life, but he never lost hope, because Shraddha, faith, is a very, very important component in everyone's life. Without Shraddha, you cannot get anything. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. If you have to obtain the knowledge that Ramachandra Prabhu is the ultimate superior God, that Ramachandra Prabhu will protect us at any cost, we must have faith. We must have unconditional faith in him. And Tyagaraja Swami didn't lose it at all. One instance in his life is when Tanjavur Sharabhoj Maharaj listened to one of the compositions of Tyagaraja Swami and ordered his servants to call Tyagaraja Swami to the royal court. The king wanted Tyagaraja Swami to be the royal musician of this Tanjavur Samrajya. He sent precious gems. He sent jewelry. He sent gold, diamond, ruby. He sent costly dresses. He sent fruits, flowers, vegetables. He sent everything possible to Tyagaraja Swami, and he wanted to lure Tyagaraja towards him and to keep him as the royal musician. Everyone around Tyagaraja, including Japyesha, thought that it is a fortunate moment for Tyagaraja because his faith in Lord Rama has given him the results. They all thought that by getting this, Tyagaraja would get settled in his life. But Tyagaraja says, all these cannot attract me. I do not have an affinity towards all these. I can never be attracted towards all these because Nidhi Chala Sukhama Ramuni Sannidhi Deva Sukhama Nidhi Nidhi Chala Sukama, Ramuni Sannidhi Seva Sukama. Will this wealth give me happiness? These are all temporary. This is not going to give me happiness. If we have butter or curd, will that give us more happiness? Or if we drink Rama Namam, will that give us more happiness? Is bathing in drainage and Ganga the same? If we praise Nara or any normal human, is it the same as praising the Lord of this entire universe, Lord Sri Rama? So I will never praise any Nara. I am never going to praise any human being in this world. said Tyagaraja, and he outrightly rejected this offer. Seeing this, Jambiyesha got very furious. He thought that at least by taking this offer, Tyagaraja would get settled, and in the due course, he would also get settled. But Tyagaraja didn't seem to respond to any of these things. So he thought, all this is because of Rama Vigraha, Ramachandra Prabhu, who is there in his house. So Jambiyesha stole this Vigraha and he put it in the Kaveri river. The next day, Tyagaraja Swami could not bear the separation of Rama. He cries, he sobs, he weeps. He didn't know what to do. He couldn't stay away from Rama even for a second. Every second went like a yuga. He didn't know where to find Rama. He didn't know who had taken Rama away from him. He didn't know if Rama had himself gone away from Tyagaraja. He kept crying. He kept weeping. He couldn't bear the separation at all. Rama also couldn't bear the separation. So he comes in Tyagaraja's dream after about 3 months and says, "Oh Tyagaraja, I wanted to listen to some of the intimate or some intricate songs, some songs which could bring your feelings out from you, and I wanted to listen to all those. That is the reason why I had to go away from you. You will find me in the banks of river Kaveri." The next minute, Tyagaraja woke up and he went and found the Rama Vigraham and brought it home. From then on, everyone was very sure that nobody can separate a Bhakta and Bhagavan. They are both inseparable. They are one and the same. They cannot be separated at all. Like how light and sun cannot be separated. So everyone understood the greatness of Tyagaraja, and everyone understood that pure devotion and constant chanting of Rama Nama could give Rama himself. Sri Tyagaraja Swami kept chanting Rama Nama. He didn't know how many times he had chanted. He didn't keep count of it. But he kept thinking, "Oh Rama, I started chanting your name when I was 20 years old. Now I am almost 38 years old. And so many years I have been waiting for you, and the thirst in me to see you has never come down. So, oh Rama, please come to me. Please come to me. I want to see you. I want to have the divine darshan of your form. Like how you had shown your Vishwarupa darshanam to Arjuna, please show me your divine form." He kept thinking this and he kept praying for this. That is when one fine day, Rama himself comes in front of Tyagaraja Swami. At that point, Tyagaraja's happiness knew no bounds. He sings, "Bala Kanakamaya Kela Sudana Paripala Kanakamaya Kela Sudana Paripala Kanakamaya Kela Sudana Paripala Shri Ramaloda Vira Paripala Kanakamaya Kela Sudana Paripala he comes in that form where he had gone along with Vishwamitra to protect the Yaga Samrakshana Kolam, and he blessed Tyagaraja and asked him what he wanted. Tyagaraja says, please give me devotion. I should not think about anything else. I want you alone. I should always think about you, and my bhakti towards you should increase always. This is the request or offering that Tyagaraja had offered to Lord Sri Rama. Being very happy, Sri Rama blessed him. In fact, Sri Rama had come to see Tyagaraja after 96 crores Ramanama Japam. Rama couldn't wait for the last 4 crores. He gave a waiver of 4 crores Ramanama Japam because Bhagavan couldn't resist himself. Sri Rama couldn't resist himself from being away from Tyagaraja. So he came and he gave his divine darshan for one of his best devotees, Sri Tyagaraja Swami. From then on, Tyagaraja kept singing about Rama in various ragas and in various places. He always kept chanting Ramanama. For a person who has got prayer as his habit, miracles become a lifestyle. In such a way, everyone around Tyagaraja kept telling him that it would be difficult to get his daughter Sita married to someone without adequate funds. But when Sita reached the appropriate age, a couple had come forward to take up the responsibility of the marriage of Sita, and immediately after Sita got married, they vanished. Who else could it be other than Lord Sri Rama and Sita Mata themselves? So, if we look into Tyagaraja Swami's life, it was filled with miracles. On the auspicious day of Bahula Panchami, he rendered his 24,000th Kirtana. Like how Valmiki had composed 24,000 shlokas for Ramayana, in the same way, Tyagaraja had also composed 24,000 Kirtanas. This is because every minute, every second in his life was dedicated towards Rama Bhakti. Rama Bhakti played a major role, predominant role in the Bhakta's life. He kept chanting Ramanama always, and on Pushya Bahula Panchami, his soul departed from this mortal body and he attained the lotus feet of Lord Sri Rama. The essential point or the message that we receive from this story is that we can have any knowledge. We might possess music knowledge also. We might possess Nama knowledge. We might possess language knowledge. It can be anything. But without bhakti, everything is just waste. In Mukundamala it is said, Amnayabhyasananyaranyaruditam Vedavratanyanvaham Medaschedapalani purtavidhayah Sarve hutam bhasmanim Tirthanamavagahanani cha Gajasthanam vinayatpada Dvandvam bhoruha samsmritir vijayate Devassa Narayana. He says, if you keep chanting Vedas without bhakti, it is like you crying in the forest. If you keep performing some yaga or yajna or some ritual or sacrifice without bhakti, then it is only equivalent to you shedding some fat from your body. If you don't show bhakti, then even if you take a bath in the holy Ganga, it is equivalent to you being an elephant and taking a bath. Gajasnanam. Because every time elephant takes a bath, it goes to the mud again and it becomes dirty. So without bhakti, every single thing that you do is not going to give you the desired results. And for bhakti, the most easiest path is singing his name, singing his namas, nama sankirtanam. That is the reason why Shri Tyagaraja Swami sings in his song, Sangeeta Jnanamu. Without bhakti, even if you possess Sangeeta Jnanam, it is of no use. Sannargamu galade. You will not get the right path. And this Namam, this divine name, which is chanted by Aja Rudradri, that is all Devas, Brahma, Shiva, and every Muni or Rishi, is very, very powerful. Since everyone recited, why don't you recite it? Why don't you get involved in Nama Sankirtanam? Please, Tyagaraja. So, this is the message that we get from Tyagaraja Swami's Charitra. On this auspicious occasion of Ramanavami, we have all been blessed to enjoy a few instances or incidents from Shri Tyagaraja Swami's life, which prove that Nama Sankirtanam, chanting of the divine names of Lord Shri Rama alone, can protect us all, and that can alone save us, and that can alone give us salvation. Only Rama Namam can bring us closer towards Rama, and only Rama Namam will bring Rama himself towards us. So on this auspicious occasion, in this new year, let us all take a pledge to chant Rama Namam always, to offer everything that we have to Lord Rama, and to attain satsangam, and to attain bhakti, and to get involved in pure bhakti. Let us all take a pledge that we will chant constantly the names of Lord Rama to attain him ultimately and to attain salvation. I once again thank the organizers of Music Namaste channel and all the viewers and rasikas of Music Namaste channel for enjoying and experiencing the greatness of Ramanama and the life of Tyagaraja Swami along with us on this auspicious occasion of Ramanavami. I thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Gopika Jeevana Smaranam Govinda Govinda Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai Veera Dheera Shura Parakrama Anjaneya Swami Ki Jai Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.